The Congo is gifted with enormous natural resources. It has diamonds, gold, vast amounts of water, coltan, cassiterite. It could and should be a very, very rich country. But in fact, what the reality has been in the past years is that these natural resources have been a curse. It's created a conflict led by warlords that are trying to take the natural resources from DRC for their own gains. The warlords have been recruiting child soldiers, and in the last 10 years, more than 30,000 child soldiers have been recruited in eastern Congo, many of whom are still serving now. Many of the children that were forced to fight to gain control of the mines, they put down the Kalashnikov that they were made to carry 12 months earlier, and they pick up a shovel, and they're forced to work in the mines, digging for gold for the warlords. And many hundreds of children have died, being buried alive in the tunnels in the gold fields of eastern Congo. The Congolese have had this history of being led by dictators who look out for only themselves. They steal the vast natural resources that DRC has, and the Congolese people receive no benefits. The Congolese people only suffer as a result of the lack of social structure that this pillaging creates. But this is not exactly a great lesson for the Congolese people who see their leaders as thieves. That filters down through every level of society. The military will use their AK-47, their Kalashnikovs, to reap the benefits of war. They'll pillage, they'll rape, they'll steal cattle, they'll steal goats, they'll take a chicken at gunpoint just so that they can eat, because they're essentially not getting paid by anyone. When there's increased military activity in certain areas to try and secure the natural resources, the population inevitably starts to run. The displaced in Congo number in their millions. They have no access to any medical care, any health care. Sometimes they have to walk for days before they arrive in safety. More than 90% of the people who die in Congo are dying because of the lack of access to medication. And this lack of access to medication is caused by the overall insecurity. Just the very smallest of illnesses like diarrhea, the most basic of sicknesses like malaria, which warrant just a small series of pills. They have no access to this sort of medication because they've probably been stolen by the military. As a result, you have many millions dying because of the lack of access to the most basic healthcare. Over the past years in DRC, sexual violence has been an enormous problem. Just in 2007 alone, there are 40,000 reported rape cases. It's happening in every town, in every province. Anywhere there's military activity, sexual violence is prevalent, and it's a daily fear for every woman. The government soldiers and the warlords are equally culpable. The military may be arrested, he may spend 6 or 7 days in jail, but then he'll be out again. And he could find himself passing the woman that he raped just weeks after he was found guilty of the crime. In one province alone, there were recorded 40 women being raped every day. 13% of those being raped were under the age of 14, and 10 to 12% of those that were raped contracted HIV.